Hello. I hope all is well wherever you are. So, I know what I'm going to title this video already, and it's one of those days because that's exactly what today was. I got up this morning feeling good, feeling, thankful for another day. I walked 2 miles this morning versus this evening because I just felt like it. So I did that. That was really exhilarating, a good start to my day. I took a break in the middle of that walk and I sat by the water just I mean, I like to sit by the water. I like to just look at the waves, listen to the birds, listen to the water crashing against the wall, and it's just a really beautiful, peaceful little spot to visit. So that was this morning, and my day was really unproductive and at the same time didn't feel like a lazy day. So I felt, just litless and, just kind of wondering about everything and a new month coming in already. We're entering month 5, and what have I done in the 4 months of 2024 that has seemed to gone by just like that. And it was just like, where is my life heading? What am I doing? Like, or why am I doing some of the things, It's just like a few bad habits have snuck back up on me, and at the same time, trying to prepare for a new month, new goals, and be reasonable with myself regarding the promises that I make that I want to keep, I'm able to keep. It's nothing that's too far out of my reach. And like I took a nap today, like a long nap. I tried to do some work on my computer and my heart just wasn't in it today. And I felt bad for resting today, which is so crazy because I'm all for that. That if you want to do absolutely nothing, that's okay, And I felt like that was not anything I needed to do. There were so many other things I could be doing, and just a lot of internal dialogue. Like, you want to do so many things, and you want to have certain freedoms, and you have to do the work to get there. And it's like, it's like I had like a why is me moment, which is a human thing, but it's also being very aware of all that you do have and all that I do have, all that I am thankful for. And there is this sneaking doubt, creeping up in my mind. And so after I took that long nap today, I woke up still feeling drained and just unable to motivate myself to do anything. Like I picked out on junk snacks and just in and out the door, it was just like a feeling lost kind of day. So this evening, which I just got back from, I went back to, I call it the Sunset Loop. So I went back there, the same place I was this morning, because like I just felt like, my heart was just getting like heavy, or it was just, maybe my heart wasn't getting heavy, but like I felt the cloud of emotions starting to weigh down on me. And I said, okay, I got to get out of this apartment, and I need to be near the water, go watch the sunset and all the things, right? So I got everything, well, not really everything. I grabbed my blanket so I could put it on the concrete and just sit down and let my legs hang over and just be. And so when I turned the corner to walk down there to the spot, the sun was shining, which made me smile. And then as soon as I got to the spot, I saw a dolphin in the water. And it's been a while since I've seen one over there, so that felt like a sign. And I sat down. There was a guy down there fishing, but I said that was not going to deter me because um, I really needed this. So I walked by him and like kind of just went down on the other side and sat there, and I watched the sun go down and fade into darkness. I ended up staying down there for a little over an hour. I cried, I talked to God and talked to myself. You know, I just had to give myself over to these feelings that had just taken over. But what I'm thankful for is my mind, because even with a few sneaking doubts and those thoughts rumbling around in my head, I had you know, an opposite, a positive take for everyone. I didn't have to stay there and, believe that, this is it for my life. Like, it's not going to get any better. Like, you know, where are we going to go? Like, what is happening to the world? Like, where is it all heading? And that was just kind of like where I was tonight. Like, there's so many atrocities happening. There are people just dying everywhere, and gun violence seems worse. Violence in general is just like at an all-time high, and it's just, people are losing their homes left and right, and it's just like, how bad is it going to get? Where is the point where this is going to pivot? And I know like history speaks for itself as far as, depressions and prior atrocities, and the world kept going. True. And we are aware of this. We have learned about this, and we are learning the truth about our history and all those things. But it is different that to be living through all that is happening and witnessing all of the things that are going on around the world. And I feel like how does it all end? Like, really, like, how do we come together and put a stop to this? And like in this moment of doubt, it just seems like It just seems like the pivot is so far off. And like, and people are suffering needlessly. Like, and like most of this stuff is out of your control. There's nothing you can really do about it. But it's like it's so much suffering. It's just too much. It's like, you think about world peace and it just feels impossible. And then you think about like how we can come together and put a stop to this, if that's even possible to do. To literally like stop working and let the system just self destruct. I feel like that's the only thing. Like, you're literally talking about like people stop working, leave school, and literally just be still. These kids protesting at their schools and peacefully so, and just facing unnecessary violence. It's like, what is this? I don't know. Just having like a really, it's not a bad moment, it's just a moment. Ugh. It's just a moment. Then I think about my own life and, the things that I want and the things that I desire. And it's like, I think about certain freedoms. And it's like, you have to work, work, work for them, everything. And I just feel like I've been working since my senior year in high school. And like, no one could ever tell me that I don't work hard. But I'm sick of it. I've done full-time gigs. I've done part-time gigs. I've done two full-time gigs at the same time. I've done full-time and part-time. Like, I don't have it in me to take on a second job. I just don't. I don't have it. And it's like, you already got people working two, three, four damn jobs around here and still can't make ends meet. Like, what is the point? Oh, it's just so frustrating. Like, and that's just one frustration on the mountain of frustrations people are dealing with, from like the bare minimum to like literally out on the fucking streets or fighting for their lives. Like, all of it. One is not more important than the other. All of our stuff has meaning. Everything, it all, means something. It's just feels really hard right now. Like, it is so crazy because every generation before us has like faced all kind of stuff. So it's like, should it feel, should I be feeling like this? But I do. But I do. Like, this is, it's just, yeah, I don't even think I'm going to post this. I thought I wanted to just like talk it out, but I guess reflecting on my day has brought back a lot of emotion. I felt better after I got up from the sunset today. I felt better. I said a prayer and I played some really good music. So in between singing and crying, I felt better walking back home. But I also felt like, I wanted to reflect on this because I don't have a lot of days like this. Thank God. I try to keep myself present. Don't get too hung up on the past. Don't get too hung up on the future that hasn't happened yet and can go a million different directions. So I try not to get hung up on those two things. And the past is the past. There's nothing we can do to change it. And I don't find myself reflecting on the past too much. It's more so the future. And because it's so uncertain, but there is power in choosing to believe in the positive aspects of what could happen. It's just some moments like today when you sit in the reality of so many people around the world and it just makes you wonder, where is this all heading? How long will it continue? And will we be able to come together as we need to? The government, all of them, they don't care. Like, I'm to the point where voting, all of that nonsense, it's not to benefit us. And it's like your eyes are so wide open. And it's like, what do you do with that when we are in a place where you realize they really do not care? And we as a people are so divided and over like silly stuff. Because it doesn't matter. Your religion doesn't matter. Your sexual preference doesn't matter. Like, none of that stuff matters. It all seems so frivolous, the things that keep us apart from standing as one against the system. Like, and nothing will ever change because it's going to take us all to force anything. I don't know. I'm rambling, but I do believe in what I'm saying though. And that's what makes it hard as well. Like knowing that there's so many vast differences that certain people cling to that will keep us divided unless everybody in this world had a come to God moment and you're human, I'm human. Turn off the lights, we both blend in. Cut us open, we all bleed red. I mean, it's literally that simple. And I just, oh, feel like I need a drink. But but I'm going to have me a cup of herbal tea, take me a hot shower, write a little bit, and just lay in my bed until I fall asleep because I got to get up and go to work tomorrow. It's going to be all right. I know that. And, despite today, because even just yesterday, I felt so good about the possibilities of this world and it making a turn for the better. I didn't know how, I didn't know when. It was just a feeling. And I have more days like yesterday than I have like today. So I still, believe that this is all building up to some kind of breakthrough, a big one. And the youth, and they're kicking it off. It's a beautiful thing to see. And it's my hope and prayer that it builds. It builds from them to the generations behind them. Because I do see, some of our, like my generation, millennials, and the generations before me, we're all talking about the same thing, about the state of this world and the things that our governments are complicit in, the environment that capitalism has created since the beginning of time. And while it's never worked for us, we have just abided by the rules and just did what we were told, right? But none of it is making any sense anymore. I want to pivot for a minute, right? Because I too, I've been working since high school and I go to work every day. I don't miss any days. I've gone to work sick. And it wasn't until my very last job, the most toxic one I've ever had, that I started to take days off take mental health days, take some time for myself. What perfect attendance has never gotten me anything. No rewards, no accolades, no anything. And I'm talking about getting up. True enough, you gotta go get a check. But on the other side of things, like if you know your bills are paid or whatever, and you got a little savings going on, take a day. If you don't feel like going, don't go. I don't even know like what had me not even afraid. It's just something that I didn't do. It was just something, yet something else you learn. You know, you go to work, you show up, you, no matter what, you do it. And it's like, for what kind, it was like, what was beneficial about it? About showing up every single day, no matter what, no matter how you felt, outside your paycheck. And it's just, it was just crazy. It was just a crazy thought. Like, and like this, at my last job, it was just so stressful, but I showed up every day. So stressful and unnecessarily so. Dealing with managers that let the power go to their head. And, thought that we were down here and they were up here, like just talking to you sideways. And it was also in that job that I finally, started standing up for myself. I started reporting like everything, all these microaggressions, everything got reported to HR. Like I put a target on my back because I was like, enough of this, enough of this. You're a manager, but you are no better than me. I don't care about your education. I don't care about anything. You still a sorry ass human being with a nasty jacked up attitude. Like, no, it was like enough was enough. And I feel like things started to like snowball for me from that point on, leading into my breakdown in the parking lot, um, to seeking God and healing, and here I am. And it's just like this whole thing, it has not worked in anybody's favor except for them. It really hasn't. Our grandparents worked until they couldn't work anymore. No savings. And they worked hard. Those jobs were laborious and hard work. You talking about hip replacements and knee replacements, and the bodies couldn't go anymore, so they're forced into retirement on a piece of check that barely covers anything. Illnesses slowing them down, then they're stagnant and they just die. Like, I don't think my granny traveled anywhere. Like, I don't even, it's like, it sucks. Cause there's just so much to see and do. Like, and this just, it can't be it. This cannot be it. I just don't feel like this was the life we were meant to live, when you have like all of this on this planet that is able to provide you with your basic necessities. And that's why I always feel like I just want to go into the middle of the woods and just live there. I'm all over the place. But ooh, I don't know. I keep saying that, but it's not true. It's just got so many feelings and thoughts just rumbling around in there, and I'm easily like getting tapped out because it just all feels so disorganized and excuse me, and I just like kind of short circuit myself or like just get overwhelmed. It's just like too much going on, and I am finding that the more I talk, the more things formulate. So this probably wasn't the way to go um, with my thought process in this moment. Yeah, because it feels like very, you know. But yeah, I haven't had a day like this in a long, long while. So I'm thankful for that. And I'm just gonna roll with it. But like right now though, I just wanna shower, lay down, go to bed, close my eyes, and try to quiet my mind. I had a hard time with that over there sitting by the water. I had moments. I had moments of silence and then thoughts rumbling. And then the song comes on and I'm able to just sing the song and then thoughts rumbling in a moment of quiet. Just like all over the place. And still able to take in the scene too. So yeah. I'm gonna post it. This is just me being me. You know, life is lifing for a lot of people. And I know I'm not alone in feeling the way I feel. God knows. I just I just pray that whatever needs to happen to collapse these oppressive systems happens. I really do. So, till next time.